This is the first video in a series on making your own baby food. And in this video, I'm just gonna show you the tools that you need to make your own baby food. So as you can see here, I have 3 different food processors. The first thing you need to do is select which food processor you wanna do. The second thing you need is a steam basket. So most baby food needs to be steamed rather than boiled or maybe cooked in other methods you would normally do, because steaming helps to preserve most of the nutrients. And then you also just need a pot. I use this one just because, as you can see, it's about the same size as the steam basket. And so it kind of just maximizes the space, and you don't have to keep adding water. The first time I ever did this, I burnt like the bottom of the pan because I used a small pan for like a whole bunch of carrots. I didn't know you had to keep adding water. So yeah, important to use a large pot if you have one. You are going to need silicone containers. You can use plastic. A lot of people consider silicone to be a little bit safer as far as freezing, and you can see here it's easy to pop out the baby food. I really recommend these ones that have lids. It just makes it easier. So if you have the lid, all you're gonna do is pour your baby food in there, you pop the lid right on top. If you don't have that, what you're going to need to do is put a freezer bag over top. So I know normally if you put ice cubes in the freezer, you don't need to use a bag around them, but for baby food, you wanna be more careful. There could be bacteria that could grow if it's not bagged up properly. So you put the bag over top. So this makes it easier. I'm showing 3 right now. When I actually make in bulk with the large food processor, I use about 6. So you're going to need quite a bit of these ice cube trays. And then a spatula. You can tell this has a lot of use. I've made a lot of baby food in it, so it's starting to get stained, but just a basic spatula. Whether you use the silicone trays with the lids or not, you are going to need a bunch of freezer bags. I buy these ones from Boxed. Let's see, there's 38 bags in here. They're like super cheap. And you're going to need some baby food containers. Now, I don't freeze in these typically, though you can, but when you take the food out of the freezer in cubes, you need baby food containers to put them in. So I'm just showing 3 here. Of course, I have more than 3. So let me just go over with you choosing your processor. So I will say by far the Ninja is the best processor here. You can see it holds large quantities and it has 3 blades. So this one just tears through like bulk baby food like none other. You can fit up to 48 ounces in here. Sometimes they even fit more all the way to the top. And it's just really fast, super efficient, kind of quiet too, which is beneficial for having a baby. But it is one of the more expensive ones. So you can also get away with using the Magic Bullet, but here you're going to do smaller baby food batches. So I found if I do like a bag of carrots, I can get away with a Magic Bullet. It does take longer. It only has 1 blade here. And this is actually the blade that's not quite as good. It comes with another blade, but it's always going to be just 1 blade on the bottom. So it's slow, it's loud, it's not the best, but I do still use it sometimes for small batches. It's the same thing with the baby bullet. I had a baby bullet. I actually passed it on to a friend because I realized they're pretty much the same as Magic Bullets. So better for small batches, more price, like, I don't know even how to say that, comfortably priced. But if you can afford the Ninja, go for the Ninja. It's way better for bulk baby food. And then I just wanted to also show, I have the Beaba Baby Cook. And again, I would say that this is something that's better for small batches. Here, it's like an all-in-one thing. So you put water in here, voila. And then you can see there's like a tiny little steam basket in there. So you steam the veggies in there, and then on the bottom, let's see if I can show it. Well, I can't even see it, but there's a blade in there, and you basically can steam it, and then you dump everything back in there, and you can, very similar to the Magic Bullet setup with this little blade on the bottom, you can chop everything up with the blade. But if you use the Beaba Baby Cook, you're going to fill about one of these. Maybe this one's a little bit bigger, but you don't fill very much. So I would definitely suggest for doing bulk, go with the largest steamer you can, the largest pot, and the Ninja, which is the largest too. It just, I think, makes everything easier to kind of do everything at once and then get everything frozen, get your food all ready. So that's pretty much it. Those are the tools you'll need to get started.